Welcome to your geometry recording for the week of August 29th. I should also put up there that we are in week 3, so when you go to your weekly assignments folder, you're going into that week 3, week of August 29th. So just a reminder, I'm Miss Cole, your geometry teacher for the year, and we always start our weekly recordings with a warm-up to get you thinking about what you did last week and tie it into what we're doing this week. So you should have your math notebook out at this time. If you don't, you can click pause and go grab your notebook and come back. And I do want you to try this warm-up. There's just the one this week. Dealing with the segment addition postulate. So we're going to review that from Unit 1, Session 2. Just a heads up, we do have a quiz coming up this week, so taking advantage of the opportunities of trying some problems on your own throughout this recording will be very valuable to you as you prepare for the unit quiz. So what I want you to do is grab your math notebook, and I want you to try this problem in your math notebook on your own. So first I'm going to describe the problem, then you can try it on your own by clicking pause. So we have point D is the midpoint of segment CE. So D is the midpoint of segment CE. If segment CD equals 2x and segment DE equals 4x minus 6, I want you to then use that information to find the length, first you're going to find x, then you're going to find the length of CD. So my hint to you as you get started on this is to draw a picture, get that visual. So draw a segment, plot the points in the correct places, then label the lengths of each, and that's going to help you get a good visual to solve this problem. So go ahead and click pause and work through that on your own, and when you're ready to check your work with mine, go ahead and click play. Alrighty, so to solve this problem, the important piece of information is that we were given a midpoint. So what does a midpoint do? A midpoint divides a segment into two equal parts. So a midpoint divides a segment into two equal parts. So this point right here, D, since it's the midpoint, it's going to divide this segment into two equal parts, meaning that, so let me change my font color here that I'm going to write in, meaning that the length of CD is going to be equal to the length of DE because D is the midpoint. So because point D is the midpoint, we know that it divides the segment into two equal parts. So we were given the information that from C to D is represented by 2x, and from D to E, it's represented by 4x minus 6. Well, since we know those segments are equal, we can just plug in the information and make an equation that states that 2x is equal to 4x minus 6. And then we're just going to use our algebra skills to solve this. So I want to get all my x's on one side, so I'm going to subtract 4x from both sides. That gives me 2x equals negative 6. What's my last step? Divide each side by negative 6. Negative 2. We're going to divide negative 6 by negative 2. So negative 6 divided by negative 2 is 3. So x equals 3. So we solved for x. We found the value of x, but it also asked us to find the value of CD. So remember, CD was represented by 2x. So all I'm going to do now is plug in my value of 3 in for x, and that gives me that length of CD. CD would equal 6. What would the length of DE have to equal? It would also have to equal 6, right? Because it is... So if we plugged in the value on the other side, 4 times 3 is 12. 12 minus 6 is 6. So DE would also equal 6. All right, so just reviewing that midpoint is a point that divides a segment into two equal parts. And that'll help you set up problems. I'm going to go on to the next slide, so if you need more time, go ahead and click pause. Reminders for this week. So just a weekly reminder that something you should be doing each week is checking your grades. And not only are you checking your grades, your overall grade, but I want you to make sure you're checking each individual assignment. How did you do on each individual assignment? And from that grades tab in Schoology, you can click on the assignment in Schoology. It'll open that assignment up so that you can see what you missed and see my feedback, because I'm going to leave a lot of feedback on the problems you missed so that you can learn from your mistakes. And I'm also leaving feedback to help drive you to redo low-scoring assignments. Feedback is that feedback is going to help you when you go to redo low-scoring assignments. So make sure you're getting the habit of just checking and seeing how you did and reading my feedback. And then also just that friendly reminder to make sure you message me when you redo an assignment so I know to grade it. And then last but not least, just a tip to help you be successful in really all of your online classes is to make sure you have a notebook for this class and that you're taking notes in your math notebook. Take notes as you watch the recording. We're going to do lots of review today, and these notes can be very helpful for you for reviewing what we've done so far in Unit 1. So make sure you're taking notes, and let's keep going. So this week we're going to learn about angles and this working with angles. That should say the angle addition postulate. Last week we learned about the segment. This week we're going to learn about the angle addition postulate and what a bisector is. And we will also take the first quiz of the school year that covers sessions 1 through 3. So let's dive right in. And really what we're going to do this week is a lot of review over Unit 1, sessions 1 through 3. So everything you're going to see in this recording is all review. And I'm preparing you for that quiz. So let's look at the angle addition postulate and how it's used. So we've got a question here. It says point O is in the interior of angle LMK, and the measurement of angle LMO is 78 degrees. Oops, I got to put the little degrees in there. Couldn't type those. And the measurement of angle LMK is 120 degrees. And I want you to use that information to find the measurement of angle OMK. So I don't know about to you, but that looks like a lot of gibberish right now. So what we're going to do is we're going to draw a picture that's going to allow us to visually see this better and make sense of it and allow us to easily see how we can use the angle addition postulate to solve this problem. So I'm going to go ahead and just draw an angle, any angle, just to get a picture going. And that angle is going to be angle, this one right here, LMK. So L, remember M always has to be the vertex. The middle letter always has to be the vertex. So we've got angle LMK, and we're told that point O is somewhere in the interior. Doesn't matter where, I'm just going to put it here, angle O, and draw an array so that now we have 3 angles. This angle, this angle, and this angle. So now let's plug in the information given. We are told that angle LMO right here is 78 degrees. So I'm going to label that 78 degrees, LMO. And that the measurement of LMK, so the entire angle is this entire thing right here. Maybe I should move that out a little bit. Let me do that with a different color here so that we can see that better. I'm going to do it in red. So the measurement of LMK, the entire angle, is 120 degrees. And we want to find the measurement of angle OMK. So we want to find the measurement of OMK. And let's label that, what have I not used? Blue? No, I already used blue. How about purple? So this angle right here, we don't know what that is. We're trying to find that angle measurement. So we've got everything else labeled. So what do we know about the angle addition postulate? We know if we add the two smaller angles, so this one in blue and this one here, we should get the measurement of the entire angle. So let's do that. Let's set that up. So I'm going to do that in black. So what we know is that if we add the measurement of angle LMO plus the measurement of angle OMK, that we should get the, ooh, let's move that all over. Sorry guys. Whoa. Fancy. Whoop. Now I just want to move the whole thing. Let me just move that. There we go. That when we add those two angles together, we should get the measurement of angle LMK. That's an angle that kind of got tied in with the other one. There we go. So let's tie it, let's label the known values. So we know the angle of LMO. That's 78 degrees. Do we know the measurement of angle OMK? No, that's what we're trying to find out. So I'm going to label that as X. I'm going to represent that with X. And then the measurement of LMK is 120 degrees. So now it's just simple algebra. We're going to subtract 78 from each side to find the value of X. So X equals 120 minus 78. And we get 42 degrees. So the measurement of angle OMK equals 42 degrees. And we did that using the angle addition postulate. Moving on, so we've done angle addition postulate. We've done practice with the midpoint of a segment in the warm-up problem. Let's do another one. I need to draw in. Okay, I had to draw that diagram in before we could do this problem. We had to have a diagram to match it. So we've got some angles down below, and then we've got some measurements given to us. The measurement of x, y, z, so let's do that in blue. The measurement of x, y, z is 3x minus 4. And then we're told that the measurement of a, y, z, so this one is 2x plus 14. And we need to solve for x and then find the measurement of a, y, z. So do we have enough information to solve for x? So I want you to check out this little square in the corner. What does that square tell me? What does that square tell me about the measurement? So this square right here, what does that square tell me about the measurement of angle, whoops, that should be A, angle AYZ? What does that little square tell me about the measurement of angle AYZ? It's 90 degrees. Remember that little square lets us know that that angle measurement is 90 degrees. So if we know that the measurement of AYZ is 90 degrees, that means if we add these two equations together, they should add up to equal 90 degrees. So let's set up that equation then. So if we take 2x plus 14 and add it to 3x minus 4, it should all equal to 90 degrees. Then we're just going to do simple algebra to solve. So combiner like terms, I've got 2x and 3x, so I've got a total of 5x. 14 minus 4 is 10, and that equals 90. Then I'm going to subtract each side by 10, and I get 5x equals 80. My last step is to divide each side by 5. So what is 80 divided by 5? Grab a calculator if you need to. It is 16. So I only answered one part of the question. It says solve for x. I just did that, but it also says to find the measure of angle AYZ. So we need to find the measurement of AYZ. That's our final step. So I'm just going to plug in 16 wherever I see an x. So the measurement of angle AYZ is equal to 2x plus 14. So I'm just going to plug in 16 where I see an x and solve. So 2 times 16 equals 32 plus 14 is a grand total of 46 degrees. So the measurement of angle AYZ is 46 degrees. So we solved both parts of the equation. Make sure you do that. Make sure you're reading through questions to make sure you are answering all parts of the question. Don't just solve for X. Sometimes a question is going to go farther and ask you to find a segment length or angle length based on that value of X that you just found. So I'm going to go on to the next slide. So if you need more time, go ahead and click pause. Otherwise, I'm moving right along. So if you need more time to write this down in your math notebook, click pause. Angle pairs. Angle pairs. So we talked about supplementary and complementary so far in Unit 1. So the first question says, what is the supplement of 38 degrees? Well, what does supplement mean again? It's when angles add up to what? 180 degrees. So if we want to find the supplement of an angle that's 38 degrees, then all we need to do is take 180 and subtract 38 from that. And what do we get? 142 degrees. So what is the supplement of 38 degrees? It is 142 degrees. So I want you now to see if you can do what we just did and solve question number 2. So go ahead and click pause and try number 2 on your own. So what does complement mean? Angle measurements have to add up to 90 degrees. So now we're going to take 90 and subtract 20 to get that complement of 20 degrees, which would be, not 60. It would be 70. 90 minus 20 is 70. So 70 degrees. I'm going to go on the next slide. If you need more time, go ahead and click pause. And that is it. So obviously we did not review everything from sessions 1 through 3. So a good way to review would be to redo any low scoring assignments from sessions 1, 2, or 3. And now it is time to complete the key phrase assignment to get your credit for watching this recording. So let me put that question up. So we talked about midpoint again. So what I want you to do is just define midpoint in your own words. And the directions to complete the key phrase assignment are up above in case you forgot. So first you're going to log on to Schoology, go into Geometry, click on the Materials tab, then go to the Weekly Recordings of Key Phrase Assignments folder, and then you're going to scroll down to the week of August 29th or week 3. Make sure the week of the recording is the same date as the key phrase assignment you're doing. And then answer this question, and you're done. So have a wonderful rest of the week. Remember, I'm here if you have any questions or if you need anything, need any help with anything. Have a great rest of your week.